From tech titans to industrial dynasties, which countries house the most billionaires in 2025, and how do their economies lift everyday citizens? Today, we are counting down the 6 countries with the most billionaires on the entire planet. We're gonna see exactly where these ultra-wealthy individuals live, how they made their insane fortunes, and most importantly, what it means for the regular people living in those countries. Does having more billionaires actually make life better for everyone else? We're about to find out. This is going to be a quick 7-minute breakdown, so buckle up. We're not just throwing numbers at you, this is the real story behind the wealth. We're going to explore the industries that are creating these massive fortunes: cutting-edge tech, finance, old-school manufacturing, natural resources. It's a global competition for wealth, and the results might genuinely surprise you. Kicking off our list at number 6, we have Canada. This country is home to about 76 billionaires, which is an insane number. Smaller population than California, huge wealth concentration. So, where is all this money coming from? It's a classic mix of old money, new money. Canada's foundation is built on vast natural resources. We're talking mining oil timber. These industries have made people rich for over a century, but it's not just digging stuff out of the ground anymore. In cities like Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, a new wave of wealth is surging. Real estate in these hubs has been on fire, creating property tycoons. Bought downtown Vancouver 20 years ago? You're probably a billionaire now. It's that crazy. Cracking the top 5, we have Russia. This country's billionaire story is all about one thing: natural resources. Russia is a global powerhouse when it comes to energy and commodities. We're talking massive reserves of oil, natural gas, nickel, gold, diamonds. The people who got control of these assets back in the 90s became unbelievably, staggeringly wealthy. This resource-heavy economy has created a powerful cohort of billionaires whose fortunes rise and fall with global commodity prices. When oil prices are high, the money flowing into Russia is astronomical. These billionaires control the gigantic corporations that form the backbone of the Russian economy. Their companies are responsible for extracting, processing, exporting the natural resources that the entire world depends on. It's a high-stakes game tied directly to the planet's energy needs. So, what's the impact on the average Russian citizen? It's a really mixed bag. On one hand, the wealth generated from energy exports does fund the state. It pays for pensions, military spending, some large-scale infrastructure projects. In some regions, you can see direct investment and jobs connected to the energy sector. However, benefits are incredibly uneven. Because the economy is so dependent on resources, it's not very diversified. The money tends to stay concentrated in Moscow and a few other major cities. Geopolitics, sanctions, and isolation hinder diversification into tech and modern manufacturing. Coming in at number 4 is the economic engine of Europe, Germany. Germany's billionaires are a different breed. You won't find as many flashy tech founders here. Instead, Germany's wealth is built on a foundation of industry, manufacturing, engineering. We're talking about the families behind legendary car brands like BMW, Volkswagen, or the owners of the massive supermarket chains, Aldi, Lidl. This is old-school, multi-generational wealth. These industrial dynasties have been the backbone of the German economy for decades. They represent the famous Mittelstand, small and medium family-owned companies, world leaders in very specific niche markets. They don't just assemble things, they invent, perfect, and export. High-quality machinery, chemicals, automotive parts. Taking the bronze medal at number 3, we have India, about 205 billionaires exploding onto the world stage. India's billionaire boom is a story of incredible speed and scale. For a long time, wealth was concentrated in traditional family-run conglomerates: steel, energy, telecommunications. But now, a new dynamic wave of wealth creation is taking over. The biggest factor driving this change is the China Plus One strategy. Global companies are diversifying away from China, and India is the #1 destination. This has led to a massive surge in manufacturing, huge investments in new factories assembling smartphones and other electronics. Companies that used to make everything in China are opening massive plants in India. This shift is creating millions of jobs. People from rural villages moving to cities, getting steady factory jobs, a game changer for upward mobility. It's not just assembly lines. India's becoming a major EV market. domestic companies and international companies setting up production hubs, creating an ecosystem of jobs, factory floor and R&D labs. Even a small employment shift can impact millions. Formal manufacturing gives workers more stable incomes, benefits, a pathway to the middle class, lifting millions out of poverty, creating a new generation of consumers which fuels more economic growth. It's a powerful, self-reinforcing cycle. However, India still faces huge challenges. The country needs far more investment to sustain long-term growth. Infrastructure, roads, ports, reliable power grid, is playing catch-up. Without massive investment, growth could hit a ceiling. In the runner-up spot at number 2, it's the global manufacturing titan, China, including Hong Kong. Together, they are home to over 500 billionaires. That's more than double the number in India. China's economic story transformed a largely agrarian society into the world's factory in a single generation. This explosion of wealth came from two main sources. First, manufacturing. From textiles to toys to electronics to heavy machinery. Immense scale and low cost created vast fortunes. This created unprecedented urbanization. Second, a tech boom. Alibaba, Tencent, Huawei became global giants and minted tech billionaires. They built a digital ecosystem for over 1 billion people. E-commerce, social media, fintech, and gaming. The wave created high-skilled jobs and transformed daily life. Millions moved to cities for factory and construction jobs, supported by the most ambitious infrastructure build-out ever: cities, rail, airports. However, the landscape is shifting. The government is reasserting control, tensions are rising, and real estate is slowing. Uncertainty grows. The era of unchecked growth may be ending. Common prosperity is emphasized. The challenge is managing this transition while continuing to innovate. The fortunes of its 500-plus billionaires and the livelihoods of its 1.4 billion citizens hang in the balance. China's model created immense wealth and lifted millions from poverty, but its next chapter is still unwritten. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. At number 1, with a number so massive it's in a league of its own, we have the United States. The USA is home to roughly 900-plus billionaires. That is an absolutely staggering figure. It's more than China, India, Germany. The United States is the undisputed champion of billionaire creation. So, where does this unbelievable wealth come from? 2 words: tech finance. While the US has billionaires in every industry, retail, energy, the modern American billionaire is most likely a tech founder or a Wall Street wizard. Think about the companies that define our daily lives: Apple, Google, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft. These Silicon Valley giants have generated more wealth than almost anything in history. Then you have the financial firms in New York, hedge fund managers, private equity moguls, investment bankers. They control trillions and make gigantic bets. When they pay off, returns are astronomical. This combo of tech and finance makes the US a machine for extreme wealth. But how does it benefit the average American? First, startups and jobs. A few giants inspire thousands of startups. Venture capital funds, high-paying jobs in tech, marketing, engineering. That creates hubs like Silicon Valley, Austin, Seattle. Second, philanthropy. American billionaires give huge sums, funding medical research, education. Private philanthropy often steps in where government can't. Finally, consumer services. Competition leads to better, cheaper services, a direct benefit. Those are the top 6 in 2025. More billionaires often mean new jobs, tech, and infrastructure. But benefits depend on policy and investment. Which country's model do you think works best? We saw 6 completely different approaches. You have the stable, social safety net model of Canada, the resource-heavy but unequal system in Russia, and Germany's industrial machine betting big on a green future. India is using manufacturing to create mass employment, racing to build the infrastructure to support it. China used that playbook to cut poverty, but now faces tighter state control and a shifting landscape. And the United States, unmatched wealth and innovation, but significant inequality. There's no single right answer. Each model has strengths and weaknesses. The question is, which one creates the best overall outcome for its citizens? We want to know what you think. Like, subscribe, and tell us which country's approach you want a deep dive on. We read every single comment. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.